everyone, I'm Sheena Danyo from Bachelor of Secondary Education 1A. Today, I will be discussing to you the 8 ancient philosophers and their perspective in self. So let's proceed to the first one. The first one is Socrates. Socrates is a great philosopher from Athens who is credited as the founder of Western philosophy and among the first moral philosophers of the ethical tradition of thoughts. So, according to him, the two concepts of self are the physical and the soul, where the physical is tangible and moral aspect, while the soul is the immortal. So, soul is the intellectual, moral personality of human. Soul is the essence of human person. So, pag sinasabi natin na essence of human person, it is the essence of human to think and will. Si soul din is siya yung responsible sa pag-alam ng tama at mali. Sabi rin niya, good life is being wise and virtue. Good life is ultimate goal of human self. So, sabi niya rin na we should take care of our soul to attain good life. So, paano nga ba natin na a-attain to ang good life? Hindi lang sa pag-care sa soul natin, kundi dapat meron tayong knowledge and wisdom and virtue. Next is Plato. Plato was an ancient Greek philosopher born in Athens during the classical period. He is as one of the founder of Western philosophy. In Athens, Plato founded Academy, a philosophical school where he taught the philosophical doctrines that would later become known as the Platonism. So according to him, the self is immortal soul in a mortal perishable body. Plato argues that the soul is really entity distinct from the body. So indeed, for Plato, the soul is the self. The soul is consists of physical life. So, kumbaga, yung soul natin is nahati siya sa body. Yung soul ang siyang nagbibigay buhay sa body. And according to him, the true self is the rational soul which is separable from the body. Yun nga, sinasabi ko na ang soul is separate siya sa body. Next is Aristotle. Aristotle was an ancient Greek philosopher and polymath. His writing covered a broad range of subjects spanning the natural sciences, philosophy, linguistics, economy, politics, psychology, and the arts. So, according to him, the selves are divided into four. These are the body and soul. Number 2, mind and matter. Number 3, sense and intellect. And last, the passion and the reason. So, yung pinaka-highest or supreme dito is the reason. Because reason is the supreme of human, and the reason, it will lead to happiness. The next one is René Descartes, a French philosopher, scientist, and mathematician. His dualism in self is immaterial life. So according to him, self is in a material mind and material body. So pag sinasabi niyang mind, siya yung self mismo. And pag body naman is material or materialistic. Sabi niya, I think therefore I am. So kung paano tayo mag-isip, ay tayo yon. So, for him, the act of thinking about the self, of being self-conscious, is in itself proof that there is a self. The essence of the self, a thinking entity that does understand, analyzes, questions, and answers. So, there are two dimensions of the selves. So, these are the thinking entity and physical body. So, pag sinasabi nating thinking entity, siya si soul. So, thinking entity is the non-material, immortal, conscious being, and independent of the physical laws of the universe. Pag sinasabi din natin physical body is the material mortal, non-thinking entity fully govern the physical laws of nature. So, ayon kay Rene Descartes, na mind, yung mind is pinaka main part of the body. Next is Immanuel Kant. Immanuel Kant was a German philosopher and one of the central Enlightenment thinkers. Born in Königsberg, Kant's comprehensive and systematic works in epistemology, metaphysics, ethics, and aesthetics have made him one of the most influential and controversial figures in modern Western philosophy. So, according to him, self is composed of inner and an outer selves which together form our consciousness. So, pag sinasabi nating inner, siya si mind, soul, and thoughts. Pag si outer self naman is our physical. So, the inner self is comprised of our physiological state and our rational intellect. The outer selves includes our speaking of the inner self, where is the apperceptions. So, life, constant struggle between beauty and pleasure. Next is Maurice Ponty. Maurice Ponty was a French phenomenological philosopher. So, according to him, self is composed of sense and body. So, pag sinasabi nating sense, siya si mind. And body is the primary site of knowing the world. So, under rational, the self embodied the subjectivity. He believes that self divided into two. These are the body and self. So, si body is siya yung nag-act. Si self is siya yung nagigain ng experience. Next is Gilbert Ryle. He published the concept of mind. Ryle believes that self is came from our behavior. Ryle concludes that mind is not separate from our body. So, mind is the sum of our disposition and we know about it because of the way people behave. And the last one is Paul Churchland. Paul Churchland is a Canadian philosopher known for his study in neurophilosophy and the philosophy of mind. His dualism of self are the mind and the body. He believes that selves originate in physical brain. And he said that all we have is the brain. So if the brain is gone, there is no self. And the physical brain and not the imaginary give us our sense of selves.